Hi guys, how we doing? Phil Kent here, and continuing with my latest Facebook Live. This is Facebook Live number 2, and today I'm joined by the wonderful Ills, who, congratulations, are in order with your high ticket announcement. Is actually, I see Jesse actually post about it today.
Yeah.
Yes, so
my 2 tickets.
your 2 tickets. We've seen one. Very well done. You certainly work hard for it. You certainly deserve it. And this is what we talk about working hard. You know, you put in the work continuously, you stay consistent, and results are going to come. It's as simple as that. And that's what we want. I'm going to touch on, I touched on something a day or two ago over the weekend. And I'm going to bring it up again because I decided to make a post about it. What I'll do, I'll briefly read most of the post, and then I'm sure you'll be able to interject with your wisdom. And because this applies to so many people. It applies to so many people, and you'll know exactly what I mean. So I actually just took a screenshot of, first of all, my inbox, which is just full of, you got a new member, you got somebody who signed up under you, etc. That is just to sort of show people. But the post in general has... let me explain what happens. This time of year is the best time, without a doubt, to start making some changes for your future. October has begun, and before you know it, December will be here, and we all know what that brings. So you need to ask yourself this. Were you in this same position last year, as many of you were, without a doubt? Because if so, no doubt you've joined a multiple of different programs, thinking that this will be the one. As you got in at the top, or you positioned yourself early with the pre-launch, and guess what? Nothing happened. You didn't get any results, or the guaranteed spillover that your upline promised you from the big recruiters above you didn't come in. Yeah. So what are you going to do? Are you going to do the same again this year and the next year, or are you going to take action and make that change that you need to secure your long-term future? We see this so many times. You're smiling already.
I hear spillover, and I know what program you are referring to.
And this goes out to all different programs. There's pre-launches. There's I must be very popular as well as you must be, because the amount of DMs that I get telling me that they are going to position me at the top. So get in now. Really.
I am at the top.
But this is what happens, isn't it? This is what happens in this industry. People they see these shiny objects, they think I'm going to go, and what happens this time next year? They're going to be in exactly the same position.
The beginners, you don't have already an audience. You don't have already a group who follows you. What happens if you have your fans, your group? Everybody who knows you, that you helped out and are in one program, and they see you doing well, and you skip over another program, they will follow. But you don't have those followers. What do you expect? You have to work hard at the bottom before you get there. You have to first mold your team. Get a team, do everything for your team.
And these people that get told, I'm going to give you a great spot. You're going to get spillover. You're not going to get spillover. They just need you to fill a matrix position. That's the bottom line. They need you to fill a hole and fill a matrix position. That's all you are. You're not going to get spillover. They tell that to 200 people on their list or wherever they are, or their followers. You are just a matrix position filler, and that's all you will ever be. And it's the same with everything else that happens. This is so common in this industry. And then what's going to happen is, this is why it's such a good time. October is the best time to get involved and take action in any program, because then you're talking, because otherwise what's going to happen? The new year is going to come in, and what are all these people going to say? I guarantee what they're going to say. This is going to be my year. This year will be different. How many years have you been saying that?
Not only that, it's getting colder. People are inside. They don't want to be driving through the work. They're scrolling a lot on their phones or on television. They are tired. They're not sporting outside. So, your content will be seen more. So start now. And if Corona hits hard this time again, people will lose jobs. And it's time to build that side hustle now. And I hope not you lose your job. You have something outside, and you can build up from there.
But I also added towards the end of that post, which something which I know you resonate with because we've spoken about it before, and I'll read the line out. I've obviously put some call to action, comment with the word ready, but I did put, however, I've put, I will help you, but my time is valuable, so I'm not looking for freebie seekers or those that are not prepared to work hard to achieve what they want to achieve. I know this is a big thing of yours, Ilse, because we're not interested in freebie seekers or the ones that just want the easy road. No, we want the workers, those that are going to look at it and build for long term and put the effort in, like the Sarahs, like the Leahs, like yourself, etc. These are the people
like you.
We want. Thank you. These are the people we want. We don't want the freebie seekers. That's what I call them. You know, they want to start as a free member. They would go through this. They want everything for free. How far can I get for free? It's the wrong mindset, isn't it?
Yeah, and they ask your attention a lot, and just do the opposite. If you say go make a reel, and they just but I'm excuses all over.
Excuses, yeah.
Not putting in action, and after 2 months, hey, nothing is happening. Yeah. How think it would happen?
Why do you think? Yes. Why is that? You know, how many times do we hear, I've been working hard. What have you been doing? I posted my link on my timeline and I dropped it in a couple of money groups, and that's it.
Yeah.
And nobody's joined. I cannot believe it. You know, yeah, let's all just jump on this link. I don't know who this person is, but we'll just jump on. You know, if it was that easy, it'd be great, wouldn't it?
Great.
How many DMs do you have a day? 60, 70 sometimes, Yeah.
It's building off because I'm already working with an automation that it can sort out, and it helps me a lot. Yes. But still, it's not optimal, but for Facebook and those things, it's working. So I'm building down on the consistency of those comments. So it stays warm, it stays what it needs, and it's like a virtual assistant that I don't have to pay.
Yeah,
that's in all the speed what we have.
We all need some form of automation to help us out, and I said this. I honestly, I think October is always the best time to get involved, because once November comes, even people are starting to look at the big C word, and they go, oh yeah, but Christmas is coming, all these silly little excuses come in. This is the time. Start building in October. You'll sail through Christmas, and then your new year is going to be up and running. Plus you know much more than I do as regards to OLSP. We know how many watches you get, because so many people be sitting on the fence and watch. As you know, with my guy who watched me for 37 days. Admittedly, he's come on board now, but he still watched for a long time. Those that watch for too long, you know much more than I do. If somebody is looking at OLSP and has seen about the dominators, if they don't take advantage now, just briefly, how much are they going to miss out on with that grandfather position? Just in a condensed form, break it down. How much are they going to miss out on?
All what we have called is coaching, and the total of 24/7 people around that you can ask in our community. A full automation, the things that we VIPs get, you guys get. It's huge. I cannot say too much, but it is huge. Yeah, you get really a position to build a grand team around you. Yeah. You'll be a manager in a facility, huh?
That's right. That's a really way of looking at a big managerial facility, because that is where many people go wrong. You've hit a really good point there, because that is where many people go wrong. They don't see it as a business. That is where people go wrong. They just see it as this, I don't know, money making hobby that they will try and get something out of. It's crazy. And they don't treat it like a business. If they were going to start an offline business, they would need to show up and put the time in, put the work in, and like you say, you tell your people straight now, you need to be coming prepared to spend around
No, I
$150,
give them the
$160.
option. You can be
Yeah.
dominator, or yes, just hop on,
Yeah.
but you don't get
But
me.
you know,
Yes, sorry,
how many businesses could you start for $150 a month?
no,
Go
no.
to your bank. Go to your bank and ask them. Go see if you can
I
start
want to
and
start a business,
start a
$160, and
business.
they go to,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Okay. Well, what's
Where
that
did
going to
you
get?
escape?
Where did you escape from? Yeah. But it's right. I mean, some people, I know things are hard for some people, but if you want something bad enough, you'll find it.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. You'll make it happen. You won't find the excuse. You find the way. These little sayings, they're true. They have the meanings, and people have just got to wake up and take action. When I've had Leslie on now a couple of times,
Yeah.
and she's a great person. Lizzie's great, and what a mindset she has. These are the people that you need on your team. She said when she came in, her knowledge of online techie stuff, anything really, was zero. She said she knew nothing, but she said once she got on board and realized the training and how much she learned, she told me on her live, how much she learned in such a short time from Wayne, she said was incredible. She said she'd learned things she'd never seen online before, never learnt online before. And she said that's what did it for her. And she went to VIP quite quickly.
Yes.
And she got a high ticket quite quickly, quite fortunately. So she's already covered a significant chunk of that. But she said she loves it, and that's what you get most people. She said, I love it here. She said, I love the program. I love the community. And these are the people that you want on board. You don't hear many people join a program saying, I love it. I absolutely love it here. It's such a great people. You know what it's like. You're with the VIP crowd. I've even had them. They join the Dominators. They join me lives. It's such a great community of people.
Yeah, we treat each other like family.
Yes,
it is. Something's up. We're asking. Wanna call? Something's up. Okay, what's up? I'm not feeling good. Okay, hotel. So,
but it is.
We take care. We take care of each other.
It's a good, that's the reason for post, because I always think that there's people if they want to will make excuses all year, but this to me is prime time. If you can get on board with something good like we have here in October, you're going to be set 100%. You're going to be set. People, like you said, come November, they're not going out as much. People, they need money for Christmas. They're going to need money after Christmas. They want to start the new year refreshed. But don't wait to the new year to make yet another New Year's resolution which you do not keep. Do it now. You can see what you think. What do people need to see? You're not going to see someone join and make 10 grand in your first month because the guy on YouTube says you can do it. Well, you get people on YouTube who are very successful, like say someone like Jonathan Montoya, who's on YouTube. Does he make 10 grand in a month? Yes, he does.
How many programs has he?
Yes, but how long has he been working to build to where he is now? He's a very successful affiliate marketer, but he's worked his arse off like you do, like I do, to get to where he is. So you think if he does, well done, mate. He's worked hard for it, But doesn't mean that the average guy is just going to go, oh, I'll join it. And no, it's not going to happen. You've got to put the work in. You've got to put the time in. These people have got themselves a name because they've worked hard to get their name. They've built their brand. They put the hours in.
And believe me, they struggle harder than we do because they didn't know what it all involved. We just get people as almost a side of us saying, do this, do that, this, help. It's easier. We don't have to figure everything out.
Yeah, and he's making hours upon hours of video after video after they work hard, they get the rewards like everyone else does, but just because they're doing it doesn't mean you're going to do it. You're just going to be a number for them. I had a conversation recently where someone said, oh, I've seen his system, it's great, I can clone his system. I said, yeah, you can. I said, but do you realize what you're doing? And they said, what's that? I said, you're advertising him. Why do you think he's given away his system with him all over it, with his videos? I said, You're just a free advertising tool for him. You know what they said to me?
Think you missed a part of the training.
And you know what they said to me? I've never looked at it like that. I said, of course he's going to give you his funnel with his videos, with his branding. You know, of course he is, because who are they seeing? They're not seeing you, they're seeing him. You know, I said that's a brilliant marketing tactic, because he's giving away the funnel, which he is. He's giving you all the follow-ups, but you are branding him. You know, and when I said this, they said, I've never thought of it like that before.
I would take the funnel and just rip everything out and put my things in.
Yeah, if you can, if it's fully customizable and you put your own videos in, that's a little bit different, but it's not. It's you branded to him. Yes, he's giving you all the work, but hey, you know, who are you going to remember? Are you going to remember yourself that just made it, or are you going to remember JM? You're going to remember him. You know, it's his system, it's his funnel, it's you know. This is what's so different. You know, you don't get that with us. You don't get that in the LSP program. It's so customizable. People can make it their own. You know, you're not. You know, it's not. You know, it's the LSP system which you can brand to yourself. You can apply it to any program. And I said there was a real eye opener for this person I had a conversation with. They said, I've never looked at it like that before. I said, why do you think they give them away? I said, this is why they do it. I said,
backpack with knowledge that you get. Just to get everything done like you think it has to be. If you say, I want to build a business around Etsy shop, you set it up, but you're not branding it, or you're not promoting it. Who's going to know that you have an Etsy shop? Zero.
That's right.
You just have that shop.
So it's, you know, people... You know, there's too many people watching. You think, what are you waiting for? You've seen the results that I'm getting. You've seen the results that you're getting. You've seen the progress. You've seen people showing screenshots from inside the Facebook Academy. You know, you're thinking, where it's not just one or two people, because we've all been a part of a program where you join a Facebook group and you hardly ever see anybody posting that they're earning money, apart from one or two of the big ones at the top. Where's everybody else? Why isn't everybody else earning? Because they're not earning. It's as simple as that. You know, you go into the academy group, it's never ending. From anything from as small as $15, $20 right up to 10K and beyond, you know, and it's endless, isn't it? It is endless of amount of people that are earning on a consistent basis. And it doesn't matter which path you want. You don't have to be a big recruiter. You don't have to be a big this, do you? You know, you've got such a choice of ways to earn. If you like doing videos, there's a plan for you. If you like doing Facebook organic, there's a plan for you. If you want to stick with buying traffic, there's a brilliant way for, you know, there's so many avenues and so many different ways to learn, isn't there? You know, and
it's never ending. Huh? We have 3 echelons that I say. We have social media with face, without face. We have coaching, what VIPs and dominators are doing when they're ready and can give the knowledge away, but you still have branding. And you have all the things that has to do with email marketing. So what more do you want? There is nothing that big, that broad of a program than this, and with a community like this. It isn't.
No. It's like I had a chat with one of my dominators recently, because he's trying to get his head around the buying traffic for the magic link, which for the first time it can be a little hard to understand. I explained it to him, and he's been on the huddle with Robert as well, and Robert obviously knows loads about it, you know. And I said to him, have you watched the bonus training inside the Dominators? There's a one for about an hour and 20 minutes that Wayne covers, and it's all to do with the magic link. And he said, I watched it not long after I upgraded. I said, how many times have you seen it? And he said, I watched it that one time when I went through all the training. I said, I've watched that training now 3 times. I said, it's not possible to go through all the Dominator training and retain everything you just seen, is it? It's not possible. You can't. You've got to watch things more than once, or at least certain videos more than once, because it's not possible to watch an hour and a half here, a 2 hour one here, an hour 1:45, and take everything in first time. You're only human. It's not possible, is it? You can't.
No, and I'm a fast learner, and even for me it wasn't. It was like, oh, stop, a little bit back. Okay, fully now.
Go over it.
Again.
Go
And
over
then
it. You know.
go it back and then implement it.
Yes.
So yeah, it's too
It
dangerous.
does. You know,
Really
that's what I said to him. I said, watch it again. Watch it again. You know, you got to watch these things over again. And I said, especially what he's wanting to learn. I said to him, if you watch that training with Wayne again, and then watch the toffee method again, I said, it's going to click. I said, I guarantee it's going to click. They go so hand in hand. Those two.
has to fall in place. You have to really say, oh, okay,
Yes.
now I got it. Because I'm mapping everything out in a roadmap because I need that visual of, okay, it goes there,
Yeah.
that goes there, that goes there. Go. Yes, I got it.
It
Otherwise, it doesn't click.
Yeah, it took me a long while to get it because, you know, Wayne's right. These programs and these systems, and generally online, you are taught differently. So when I came in, I was thinking, I struggled to get my head around the Magic Link part. You know, I even was on a couple of huddle calls with Robert, and I said, I don't quite get it. You know, and he actually took time out. He said, look, I'll message you after we finish the huddle, and he did, and he's spent some time messaging me and explaining things to me.
Private teaching that you get at that moment.
He took time out. He could have said no. He could see I wasn't quite getting it, and he spent about another 20 minutes, half an hour on DM afterwards, explaining because he's been there from day one. He knows it inside out, like Mandy, etc. You know, they've been here a long, long time. They know this inside out, and then all of a sudden, you start. I'm getting this now. I'm getting this now. You know, because at first I didn't see it. I was thinking, but I don't get it. Because you send it to the Magic Link and then it goes there, and then eventually they stop opening, and there's this back part of your mind, isn't there, saying, but if all you're going to do is kill your list off, what's the point? But you're missing the system of how it works. Then all of a sudden you think, hang on, I'm getting it now. I can see listen to what Wayne said, listen to how he explains it, listen to what Robert says, listen to the people that have been here or that made a lot of money from doing it, you know, and then you think, hang on. Yeah, you know, because there's a couple of bits in that video I just mentioned where Wayne says if you've got a list of 10,000 and this is still going over and they're still visiting the Magic Link, he said that list alone is going to make you round about $3,000 a month. And then you're thinking, hang on, I'm getting it now. You know, I'm getting it now just from a Magic Link system where mails are going out and being read and being clicked.
Yeah,
it's
it is not for nothing that they call it a Magic Link. It's wonderful what it does.
And this is how we spoke about Derek for. This is exactly what Derek did. You know, Derek came in and literally followed the Magic Link system to the letter. You know, when you watch his video, I've watched his videos back that he's done, reels he's posted into the Facebook group. You know, he didn't know what to do. He had always struggled, but he came in and thought, right. And he just literally, what does Wayne tell me to do? I'm going to do it, you know. And every money that he got in, he invested it back into traffic, sent it to the Magic Link. He is now, as you know, VIP. He's paid for his VIP completely via the system, though. You know, he's not done anything else. He's not done Facebook DMs. He's not done anything else. He's literally just done. Wayne told me to do this. And I've done it. You know, it's not rocket science, is it? It was,
just do it. Don't. You know, think around.
You know, I see when Rona once in the academy group, there was a guy that used to do it on my post, and in the end, I ended up kicking him out or blocking him because every time I posted when I started off on my day one, you know, every single time you'd always get people saying well done, and this same person. Every single time would say, how much have you spent on traffic to get that? How much have you spent on traffic to get that? You know, same person every time. And when it comes to the third time, I said, this is the third time you've asked the same question. I've told you all the other time is zero. And I said, even if I had spent money, that is not the right mindset to look at. And then he went and jumped over and started doing it on Rona's post. Do you remember when Rona was posting her chart of how she'd invested in the returns? He came along again and said, but you're losing money. You've got less back than you put out. You know, and I'm thinking, your mindset's all over the place, mate. You know, you don't get it. You know, you know, it is. And then I thought, I'm sick of seeing this guy. Block, get rid of him. He's just demoted. You know,
and Rona knows what she's doing.
Yes, Rona knows what she's doing. You know. But it was exactly the same person, and he was just obsessed with how much have you spent. How much have you spent to get that result? That's not how it works. It's investing in a lot. And Derek says on a few of his videos, he says, for every solo traffic that I purchase from OLSP, I get between 20 and 30% back, in commissions. How many times have we, people go out there, they buy traffic to promote X product from Warrior Plus or X program. If they could say, well, every time you promote that, you're going to get 20 to 30% back, they'd be jumping for joy, wouldn't they? It's a lottery. They throw it out, and 9 times out of 10, you don't get nothing. You don't get a sale because you're not buying enough traffic. You've only spent 100 clicks. You've only spent 200 clicks. We've all been there, tried it. It doesn't happen. So, and that's why mentioned Derek before. That's why I love his story, because he said he was, he didn't know much. He'd been around for a little while. He never made really much money. And in the end, he just said, right, what does Wayne tell me to do? Right, I'm going to do it. And he's a great example, of someone coming in and just following the system, and he's paid for his VIP, and he's now put up, he's now getting more. He's now telling people up front it's going to cost you this, but he's paid it just by following the system, just by the Magic Link system. It's.
Yeah. I know many people are afraid for DMing, like.
Yes, they are.
Oh.
And it's harder now than it used to be. I'm not talking about the DMs himself, but Leslie's having the same problem. She can't DM people because it will come up. You don't know this person. They're not seeing the message. She says she's limited to sending 6 friend requests a day.
Yeah, I don't do a friend request. I just say, hey, we're here, and if you want a friend request. Or not.
But it is definitely harder than it used to be. When I was doing it 5-6 years ago, I could send out 40 odd requests a day. I could send out messages that were getting seen, whether I was with them or not. It was an easier market to be involved in. Now it's difficult. I mean, I sent out over the just for the weekend 60 messages, and 3 were seen. Not unanswered. 3 of them were actually seen, and they're still showing as because you're thinking people, because this Meta and Facebook nonsense is not letting people see your messages. They're not even getting a pop-up where you have a message request. They're not getting that anymore. They're just not seeing them. So if people don't physically go into the message folder and check them, they don't know they're there. It's so difficult. And Leslie was really frustrated with it because she said, I can't message people, I can't contact people. I get a box coming up, then I'll get a ban for 24 hours, and it is hard. Yeah. It is frustrating.
And we do work around. We try to work around other things. Something out there.
But it is difficult. I mean, especially because there's certain groups that are quite good to target, especially if you get people, let's say, there's a couple of affiliate marketing beginner Facebook groups which are quite good, and 9 times out of 10, most of them people are quite new and raw. And so you won't have very many mutual friends. You won't have anything in common, but they're a prime person to speak to because they've obviously shown an interest in affiliate marketing. But getting in contact with these people is a nightmare, because even if they had half a dozen mutual friends, you've got half a chance you might be able to get contact with them. But because they're 9 times they're new to the industry, you're not getting that chance to speak to them. So I can understand why people are moving away from that. I don't blame them because it's so much harder than it used to be.
Yeah, but you have to find your way, huh? There are multiple things that you can do now. What is it that you are capable to do? If you say, oh no, my face on everything, that doesn't go. But there are multiple ways, huh? So.
You're right, and it is just excuses. I mean, yeah. I don't mind, as you don't mind, getting your face out there, and to me, I quite enjoy playing around with videos. So, yeah. But it's like anything, if that's becoming difficult, then choose something else. If it's becoming hard work, if it's getting the frustration coming in, and Facebook's getting in your way, then do something else. You know,
Yeah.
this say right, okay, pick video shorts, reels, go town, have a field day. You know, you when you've got things like CapCut and templates, and it's so easy. I mean, for people, I mean, I'm using them all the time, especially when I do my challenge, and it's been quite good fun actually because I'm having to do so many more shorts and reels. I'm now able to really experiment a lot more than I would be normally. Because I'm thinking I need to put out so many a day, so you know, and I've really seen some differences. It's, you know, I mean, my last YouTube short last night that I posted has already hit over 5,000 views on one of my YouTube shorts. You know, I'm getting a high average.
Wow.
Yeah, 5,000, and it's not even been out. It's not even been out 24 hours yet. I mean, I posted it about 10 o'clock last night.
You see, huh? If you get the momentum up and you do it consistently,
it's momentum.
what it does, huh?
I'm getting a lot around I'm getting a lot around 2,000 views. I've had obviously you get the odd one that bums.
There's some people that see it.
Yeah, you get it's a lot of figures, isn't it? A lot of viewers. I get obviously I say to people, well, of course I get some that bum. You know, everyone does. I get some that go to 50, 100, 20, but then all of a sudden you get bang 2,500, 3,000, 4,000. I had one the other day, which I'll just take a sneak peek at it. It's had 3,000 views and 75 comments on one video short.
Yeah.
You know, there was, you know, it's crazy.
You know it's doing it's. I had the same with one stupid teaser post, 100 comments. Yeah, 100 people want to know, and generally
but you have to tweak and test it, you change it, see what works. It's like I figured out something happened on TikTok that I mentioned in my live earlier. You know, I can go on, it's kind of weird. I mean, I'm not a TikTok fan, as you know, but I did this test on purpose the other day. It was because I thought, I'm sure this has happened. If you go onto CapCut and find a template, and then what you can do with CapCut, you can basically export that, and if you want to, you can go straight from CapCut to TikTok. Yeah, it lets you go right, export straight to it, and you can go from CapCut straight away to TikTok. Yeah. Now, if you do it that way, you're going to get in the same views as everybody else does, between 220, 240, whatever. Yeah, the 200 club, as we call it. Yeah. However, I tested this out the other day because I thought this was happening. If I take that same template, yeah, and I download it to my phone, so I just save the template. I then go to TikTok manually on my phone and upload that template. Guess what? That video gets nothing. You're talking less than 50 views every single time. You're thinking, but if I go from one to the other, so I said clearly TikTok rewards you for coming from CapCut. It knows where it knows where you've come from, and
it's a code,
because at first I thought I'm sure that happened. So then what I did a few days ago, I deliberately did the same again. I thought, well, let me download it, then upload it. You know, and it happened again. It got hardly any views. I thought, how weird is that? You know, but these are little things you're thinking. So I've learnt that one. So I've got to go from CapCut to TikTok, and I'm going to get better views. You know, something else that's just figured out because of the numbers I was doing. You know,
it's smart, huh? It does that, huh?
But this is what you do. You're you're a flowchart. Why are you doing that? Because you're testing this, you're testing that. Let's try this, let's try that. This is what people have got to do. You've got to be constantly.
The box says, let me see, this is helping, and look, this is now the hashtag because they change. Yeah.
So there we go. Anyway, I've got to shoot off. The wife's just got out. I've got to get something to eat. We've got to make some food. Yeah, it's been lovely having you again, Ilse. Well done for your high ticket. I'll be on again later on, 5-ish if you're around. Yeah, I'll do another slot now. Husband Leslie's come on a couple of times, but if you're about, I'll drop you a message. Who knows your busy schedule, if you'll be able to free up.
Yeah, today it's very busy.
You're always busy. What do you mean today? You're always busy every day. You know? Oh. Well, thanks for joining. Well done on your high ticket, and the first few people jumping in and out. So whatever you're doing, people, have a great day, have a great afternoon, evening, whatever it is for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next live in a couple of hours or so. Cheers for watching, and bye for now.